What if the most romantic night of your life turned into the most terrifying experience you'd ever face? Valentine's Day is meant to be about love, chocolates, flowers, candlelit dinners, but for some couples, it becomes something else entirely, something darker. Tonight I'm going to tell you the real horror story of a couple who went on a Valentine's Day getaway and almost didn't make it back. And here's the question I want you to keep in mind. Can love really protect you from evil? Stick with me until the end, because what happened might change how you see love and possession forever. Jake had been dating Mia for almost 2 years. He wanted this Valentine's Day to be unforgettable. So he booked a secluded cabin he found online. The listing said, no Wi-Fi, no distractions, just love in the woods. Sounded perfect, right? They arrived late afternoon. Snow covered the trees. The cabin looked old but cozy. A fireplace crackled, and there were even rose petals on the bed, already arranged by someone. That night after dinner, things got weird. They heard footsteps upstairs, even though no one was there. When Jake checked, the attic door was slightly open. Inside, nothing but dust, and an old trunk with a broken lock. They brushed it off. Maybe the wind, maybe the old wood creaking. They went to bed, but Jake had nightmares and woke up screaming a name. Eliza! Mia didn't know anyone named Eliza. The next morning, while cleaning up, Mia found a loose floorboard under the bed. Beneath it, a bundle of old yellowed love letters, romantic at first, between a woman named Eliza and a man named Thomas. But the tone changed. Jealousy. Obsession. The last letter ended with, if I can't have you in life, I'll have you in death. It was smudged with what looked like blood. Jake grew cold that day. Quiet. He stared at the walls, especially at an old portrait of a couple. She looks like you, he whispered to Mia. That night Jake's behaviour changed. His voice deepened. He called Mia Eliza again. While awake this time, he grabbed her wrist hard, harder than ever before. His eyes? Not his. They were rolled back. White. He whispered, you came back to me. Finally. Mia screamed and ran to the front door. Locked. Windows wouldn't open. It was like the cabin was alive, or something inside it wouldn't let them go. Mia remembered the trunk in the attic. She broke it open with a fire poker. Inside were newspaper clippings. A couple had been murdered in this cabin on Valentine's Day, 1872. The man, Thomas, killed his lover Eliza in a jealous rage, thinking she would leave him. He then hung himself. Locals claimed their spirits still haunted the cabin, possessing couples who reminded them of their tragic love story. Mia realized what was happening. Thomas had taken over Jake. One of the old letters mentioned a ritual to break the bond, but only if the love between the living was stronger than the obsession of the dead. She had to burn the final letter, the one with the blood. But she also had to say the words aloud. I choose life. I choose love. You are not mine to keep. Mia lit the letter with a candle. Jake let out a blood-curdling scream. The lights flickered, shadows danced around the room, and for a moment Mia saw Eliza and Thomas standing beside them, staring. Then silence. Jake collapsed. The doors unlocked. They ran. When they looked back at the cabin from the woods, it looked different. Older. Abandoned. As if no one had been there in over 100 years. They later searched for the rental website again. It was gone. So, can love really protect you from evil? In Mia's case, yes. It was her love and strength that saved them both. But in Thomas and Eliza's case, their love twisted into obsession. And that kind of love doesn't protect. It possesses.